Right, it's time now for Showbiz, and who watches the G Sport is here. Hello.
How you doing, Israel?
I'm well.
Okay, so if the late Efua Sutherland, children advocate, educationist, playwright, were alive, she would have been 94 today.
Oh.
Yes. So today, Google decided to celebrate her in a very nice way.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure you've heard about that. Have you gone on Google today? You see a lot of things that, you know.
I have gone, but haven't actually paid attention to
Okay, so here's how Google decided to celebrate Efua Sutherland.
Efua Sutherland, the Ghanaian playwright activist Google Doodle honors. As Google recalls her on her 94th birth commemoration, let us reveal to you a touch of Efua's story. Conceived in 1924 in Cape Coast, Ghana, Efua grew up to be one of the primary African ladies to learn at Cambridge University's Homerton College in England. Subsequent to coming back to Ghana in 1951, she took up educating in optional schools, yet in addition started composing for youngsters. Amid this time, she helped to establish the social diary, ACAIM. In 1958, Efua began the experimental theatre Players in Accra, which 2 years after the fact, turned into the Ghana Drama Studio and a yard theatre. This drama studio was initially a workshop for kids essayists. However, it rapidly ended up one for dramatists. Efua went ahead to establish the Ghana Society of Writers, later the Writers' Workshop and the Institute of African Studies. In 1968, she began a visiting theater bunch called the Kusum Agorumba, Kusan Players. Efua, beyond all doubt known as Auntie Efua, rapidly wound up one of Africa's most perceived female essayists, locally and universally. She is outstanding for her plays for Iwa, 1962, Edshifa, 1967, and The Marriage of Anansiwa, 1975. Efua had likewise taken a shot at the UN Convention on the Declaration of the Rights of the Child. She is likewise given kudos for understudies in Ghana and past gaining access to quality training and theatre execution through her playwriting and social activism.
Right, the voice sounds really funny. It's like an automated voice. Might be a computer that put it together. I'm offering to do these voiceovers anytime you want to do it. Just send it to me. I'll do it for you.
All right, so that's Israel, and I remember The Marriage of Anansiwa. I think at least we had that as one of our literature books
yeah.
back in the day. And you know, talking about Efua Sutherland, everyone is asking when the children's park named after her will be, you know,
we'll see the facelift because it's been in a bad state for a long time.
Thank you. The Ghana Tourism Authority. So the Ghana Tourism Authority says that they have plans to do that, and they are in the process. They won't tell us what process, but they can tell that, you know, that will be done.
Because really, if you look at the land that's there, I mean, it's prime land, and we can turn it into a lovely park. Elsewhere, anywhere, it's like some greenery that should be transformed and should be some pristine. So fortunate. It's a lovely park.
So let's wait until the GTA.
I mean, we've played there. There used to be some old helicopter that was parked there, and we used to go into it. We used to go there to play.
I see.
Yeah.
Hey.
Back in the day when I was a
child.
Oh,
that park has served a lot of people then, because even my time we used to go there. So to think of Israelite used to go there, me too used to go there anyway. Now let's move on to Sena Dagadu. I'm sure you're very familiar with the Skolum lady, and she takes her turn on Written in the Stars, which shows on Joy Prime, and she talks about drowning and how she survived that.
Oh wow.
Once almost drowned.
Serious?
In the sea. I think I was about 12 or so.
12 years.
And it was my sister, another friend of ours, and myself, and we were at Kokrobite, and we're just walking. And the water was very shallow. You know, sometimes it goes out and it's kind of shallow in the beginning, and it was just up to like above our ankles. So we're like, we should go inside small. It's nicer when it's at least it's to your waist or something.
Inquisitive?
Yeah. So we're just walking.
Inquisitive?
No, we're just talking. We're like, oh, we want to you know, have a little swim. And so we're going. We're quite confident because we've grown up at the beach. We swim, everything. Okay. So we are not afraid per se. And then all of a sudden, we're just walking in one straight line. And all of a sudden, the three of us just disappeared. because there was a huge hole.
Wow.
Because it was like flat, 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 and then something. And you know, in the seabed, when there's a deep hole, you've got a current going down there. So basically, all we just notice is like I'm being sucked down. There's something pulling me down. Blah. So we just, I don't know if it was weird, man. It was weird because it was funny because I didn't panic because it's one thing my mom, because we spent so much time at the ocean, she always told us every day we went, like 10 times, don't fight the current. You can't fight it. It's bigger than you, it's stronger. Don't fight. Wow. Relax. It will bring you up. And when you come up, you look for the next wave and you come out with the wave. Don't fight. Don't fight. It was like a huge lesson. So we came up eventually. And we saw the wave coming. By then, people had come in to assist.
Wow.
But my sister and I managed to catch the next wave and kind of come to where it was shallow again. They had to get my friend Lindsay though. And and after that, like for some years, I didn't dare go into
But here we are.
Dare go.
That's a Skolum moment.
Yeah.
But that's scary.
Some story.
It's really scary.
Like even listening to it, I'm feeling like, wow.
You know, you're walking and think everything is just fine. And next thing you know,
sudden, you're drowning.
You're sinking into the water.
Wow. Anyway, from that, we can talk about Abriwanana, who is not too happy with Gamro Musica, and she has a lot to say about these associations.
Another conversation for another day.
Wow, it's
trust me, it's a whole issue to be talked about.
Right issues also be help.
Say because Sebio obin to me to brodo now on phone no say ko yi brodo. Obe pay kron for obe kumo because of ebia brodo loaf of bread for ebia 5 cedi. So what you say? Yeah, you released it about 1999, 2000. You were saying
I started releasing records from 1999. Royalties help artists. Bob Marley is not alive, but his family receives his royalties. I have not received a peswa from Gamro.
So what you say? Because royalties in society me boa Bob Marley ni ho, but odi ni sika. Nebusu afo di ni sika. Ye yet ya se enwu ye. Tro kra ye nyemfi royalties mo. Now one shall be before any brebe cassette will be a any.
You might end up disrespecting executives of Gamro due to this issue. Since I am not a member of Musica as it stands, since Obo became president, I've never visited the Gamro office. Since Obo became president, I have never visited the Musica office.
Dabby. So it's sad. It's very sad.
That's where you're a member.
I'm a member of. Now I'm not a member. Power as a how do you call it musical president. I have never been to the office before. But I have never been to the office before.
So that's Abriwanana and Israel. Now we can talk about the sad story that we've heard here in Africa and across the world, that the father of Michael Jackson, Joe Jackson, is no more. We're told that he was battling a terminal ailment and illness, and he passed today.
Jackson, patriarch of the Jackson family, has died. Joe was father to the famous Jackson children, including, of course, music legend Michael Jackson, who died in June 2009. Joe also famously managed his son's musical group, the Jackson 5. The group was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997. And he helped launch solo careers for his children, Randy and Janet Jackson.
How do you feel on a night like this?
I feel great. It's nice to be here, to help us celebrate her situation.
And with the soul of Joe Jackson, rest in peace. He's done a lot for his children, managing all these children and still having stars in his family. I hear that Michael Jackson's children want to take over, his two kids, also exhibiting, some traits of the father when it comes to music as well.
Cool.
So it tells that, you know, generations
it
to
runs
come.
through the family.
Exactly, exactly. So thank you for having me, and I'm back tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Chi.